All right, I am going to be showing you some of my very favorite top 5, I call them the Fab 5 exercises for low back pain. These exercises are not complex to do, but I want to educate you and show you how I want them to be done. And a lot of times when you go to a physical therapist, they will walk you through these exercises as well. But we have Missy today, and Missy's going to be helping us out. So Missy, if you would, I want you to lay flat on the table. Now, with most disc injuries, people either prefer extension, which is what we're going to be doing with the McKenzie press up, or they like flexion. We're going to be doing some flexion-based exercises. The general rule of thumb for these exercises is that if they provoke your symptoms or they exacerbate what you're feeling, then we can cut that particular exercise out. And of course, on your next appointment, let me know. But the first one is called the McKenzie press up. So what I want you to do is I want you to lay flat. And Missy, what you're gonna do is I want you to keep your low back relaxed. I want you to keep your belly loose. And I want you to just press up on your elbows, okay? So when you press up on your elbows, again, we're not working the muscles here. We're not trying to get strong. We're not trying to improve our mobility. What we're trying to do is we're trying to see if extending the spine is going to take the pressure off of the disc. So Missy's on her elbows, her belly's relaxed, her belly button is touching the table, and her glutes are disengaged. If you feel like your butt is tightening up, reset and go flat, because I want the butt and the low back and the abs to just stay loose. If you feel like you can do this press up on your elbows and it doesn't cause any exacerbation and can go further, then we're going to take it to the next step. So Missy, what I want you to do is come up on your hands nice and slow. Now some of you may not be able to come all the way up like Missy's doing. Go down about halfway. Maybe you can only get to halfway, but if you're like Missy, you can come all the way up. What we're seeing here is we're seeing a nice curvature in Missy's low back. Again, her core is soft, the glutes are relaxed. We're just trying to extend the low back to see if that helps the disc issue. Go ahead and relax, Missy. So whether you come up on your elbows or you come up on your hands, that's one. You can do this 10 to 15 times, and you can do this multiple times a day. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. I'm just going to put the hand on the low back just to cue Missy to keep everything relaxed. There you go. This is 2. Again, this is called the McKenzie press up. Most physical therapists start with extension with the low back, and that's why we start here, because it's a really great exercise for the lower back. Okay? Next, Missy, what we're going to do is we're going to go in that tabletop position. So go on all fours, if you would. Now, what we're trying to do here is we want the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists to all stay in line. So Missy is going to make sure that elbows, shoulders, and wrists are all in a line. And same thing, we're going to make sure that the hips and the knees are in line as well. It's called the tabletop position because ideally you could put something on this tabletop and it would not move. So what we're going to do with this one is called the bird dog. This is going to not be so much an extension or flexion based exercise, but this can help strengthen our core, which can ultimately help our low back. So first thing you can do is just bring one arm straight. So Missy, just start with your left arm. And so what Missy's going to do is, again, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist are all in a line. She's still keeping that tabletop position. Core is staying tight. Glutes are engaged. Okay, you can relax. So that you can do one arm. Go ahead and do the other arm. Perfect. So everything is staying in a neutral position. Missy's spine is in a neutral position. She's maintaining that tabletop position. Just bring the arm up. Go ahead and relax. And as Missy will tell you, she's going to start to feel that core work because this is a stabilizer. Your core, your abdominals are stabilizer muscles. And so sit-ups, crunches, those types of exercises really aren't great at strengthening the core. What we're trying to do is we're trying to strengthen the core in the way that it was designed, which is a stabilizer. So now we tried one arm at a time. Now we can try one leg at a time. So Missy, go ahead and use your left leg first. Just straighten out that leg. What she's doing is she's, again, just keeping that tabletop position. You want to make sure that your hips stay parallel with the table. Your shoulders are staying strong over the elbows and the wrists. Go ahead and relax. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead, Missy. Again, keeping that tabletop position. If you feel like your hips are rocking, perfect, just like that. And that's really engaging your core. Relax. So this is called the bird dog. You can do one arm, you can do one leg. What Missy's going to demonstrate now is opposite arm, opposite leg. So Missy, pick a side, and we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. Perfect. So what she's doing is she is bringing up, you can relax, she's bringing up the left arm and the right leg, and as you can see, those muscles can start to get fatigued. Go ahead and do the opposite arm and leg. She's keeping a good tabletop position, but she's keeping her core tight, and this is a really good stabilization exercise for those abdominal muscles. Okay, relax. So we've done the Mackenzie press up, we've done the bird dog. The third exercise we're going to do is called the cat cow or the cat camel. These work the same way, but now we're going to do extension and flexion for the low back. So Missy's keeping that nice tabletop position. Spine is in a neutral position. There's no twisting at all. So Missy, the first one we're going to do is we're going to do what's called the cat or the camel, right? So I want you to push up through your arms and put as big of a hump in your middle part of your back as you can. Kind of like I have a string in the middle part of your back and I'm pulling that string straight up. She's tucking your chin, getting a really nice curvature in the entire spine. Now, Missy, what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite. So I want you to flatten out your back so it's straight. Perfect. Bring your head up, really arcing. Perfect. Arcing your neck. And what we're seeing is we're seeing a really nice curvature in the lumbar spine. This is that extension-based type of movement here. Her belly is loose and relaxed, and we're just trying to create a nice curvature, a nice arc in the low back. So now let's do the opposite. So pull up through the belly button like we're kind of pulling a string through there. Nice curvature here. She's tucking her chin to her chest. Now we're going to do the opposite. Really look up. I want you to relax the muscles in your low back and do a booty pop. So your booty should really be popping on this one and your head should be up. These types of exercises are really good because motion is lotion and movement is medicine. We're doing extension and flexion. Go ahead and do that one again, Missy. Perfect. Yep. Pull that string up, really pushing up high, nice curvature, and relax. So that is called the bird dog. So we've done the Mackenzie, we've done the bird dog, we've done the cat cow, and now we're going to do the dead bug. So Missy, go ahead and flip over on your back. And you can probably scoot a little bit up on the table. So this is going to be another good core strengthening exercise. It's called a dead bug because you're going to look like a dead bug. So Missy, if you would, just bring up your arms straight ahead, straight in front of you. Again, we want the shoulders, elbows, and wrists all in a line. Now, bring up your legs, Missy. Perfect. We want your hips and your knees at a 90-90 position. Missy looks like a dead bug here. Core is starting to engage. The easiest thing that you can do is just bring one arm up. Again, keeping the shoulder, elbow, wrist in a line. Legs in this tabletop position. Okay, go up. And then do the opposite arm, Missy. Perfect. Come up. And what Missy will tell you is you're going to start to feel that core engage. Again, strengthening the core is really great for a low back problem. So you can do one arm at a time. You can do one leg at a time. So what Missy's going to do is she's going to straighten out one leg, keep everything else in a good position. Again, this is a core stabilization. And then go ahead and come on up and do the opposite leg. Perfect. And come on up. So you can do one arm, one leg. Or if you want to advance it, you can do opposite arm, opposite leg. So Missy, go ahead and do one arm, one leg. Again, core is staying tight. And come up here and do the other one. Perfect. And you don't want, with the low back, you don't want to super arch your back. Just keep a neutral spine in this position. This is called the dead bug. Do another opposite arm, opposite leg. Perfect. Come up and do the other one. Perfect. And you can just relax. With this type of exercise, which is the dead bug or the bird dog, you don't have to do a lot of reps with this type of exercise because it's really working on those stabilization muscles. It's not like you're going to the gym and you're working out. So we've done the Mackenzie press up, we've done the bird dog, we've done the cat camel, we've done the dead bug, and now we're going to do more of a nice and easy stretch called the child's pose. So Missy, if you would, go ahead and flip on over. The child's pose is a yoga pose, but this should be a nice, easy, gentle stretch on your spine. Of course, if you have any orthopedic limitations with your hip or your knee, this might not be the best thing for you. If you do, you could always put a bath towel or some type of pillow in the crook of your knee so you don't go down as far. But what we're trying to do here is Missy's going to go down into that child's pose. What she's doing is she is pushing her body back and she's really stretching out this lumbar spine. As we said, motion is lotion, movement is medicine. Sometimes, especially when those posterior spinal muscles can get really aggravated and flared up, sometimes they can spasm, but this is a really great exercise you can do in the morning or in the afternoon. Child's pose, really simple. She's got no pressure on her arms. She's just sitting back as far as she can, is what's comfortable for you, and it's just stretching this low back. There's a lot of different yoga poses out there. This is one of my favorites. Of course, as you're going through your treatment, if you see any other types of exercises or you see any other types of stretches that you want to ask me about, you certainly can, but these are my top 5 for helping the low back. Okay, Missy, you can relax. So again, Mackenzie press up, bird dog, cat cow, dead bug, and the child's pose, top 5 for lower back.